showing you some of the latest crazes, the obsessions that people are talking about. And full disclosure, one of them is something that the person who runs our audio, the microphone, you hear me, she's obsessed with. I'd never heard of it. I am told pickleball is one. You guys know about this? Okay, I am really late to the party on this whole show. So if you've ever heard flapjack, dink shot, and volley llama, those are actually real words. I didn't make it up. You're ahead of the game. Pickleball is where it's at. It's the hot new pastime. According to The Economist, it's America's fastest growing sport. You guys are on it. Just this past weekend, the New York Times did a feature about how big of a hit it's become. And you know what? Here we go. I've never played it. They brought this out. I do know one thing. You're gonna need this. A mashup of tennis, badminton, and ping pong. Pickleball is a sport exploding in popularity. With the number of American players up by almost 40% in just the last 2 years alone, around 5 million of us are hitting the courts. But this new American pastime didn't happen overnight. Born almost 60 years ago outside a family home on Washington's Bainbridge Island, what started out as a backyard knockabout game is now booming and going mainstream. Courts are popping up all over the country. There's a competitive pro circuit, and Major League Pickleball is a thing. The craze has even taken hold with the folks in Port Charles. Yes, my friends over at ABC's General Hospital have become pickleball obsessed too, with castmates hitting the court together in their spare time away from filming. And they're not the only ones in on the bandwagon. San Diego-based Aubri Steele and her family have become full-blown pickleball converts.
My husband and I have 5 teenagers at home. During the pandemic, we were running out of options to get him away from screens. So we decided that we had room in the driveway to paint a court. It really gave us a reason to be together.
When word got around Aubri's neighborhood, they all wanted in.
We took all our backyard patio furniture and put it in the front driveway near the court, and it gave us that safe distance and really fun way to engage with the kids. It was a lifesaver for us, honestly.
Okay, listen, the video you saw of General Hospital, Cameron Mathison, our friend, filmed that, but from her home in San Diego, please welcome Aubri Steele, the woman who's converted our whole neighborhood. So what is it that people love so much about the game?
Honestly, I think it's a combination of the accessibility, for where you can play, and inclusivity for who can play. We really started, again, we have 5 kids at home, so we needed something that we could include our kids and also include our parents in, because during the pandemic, we needed a safe place to get together at a safe distance. And I think that multi-generational aspect, that accessibility and inclusivity age-wise is hands down the reason it's becoming so popular so quickly.
I'm curious how you heard about it. Listen, I fancy myself a new Next Now person. I'd never heard of this. How did you hear of it?
Actually, my husband's parents were playing a couple years prior to the pandemic, and we always wrote it off. It was something we heard them talk about, but it wasn't necessarily anything on our radar until the pandemic.
Okay, so I want to know how to play this. So it's 4 people, right? You have a server.
You can play singles.
You can play singles. Okay, so you have a server like you would in tennis, right? Do you spike it like volleyball?
You sure can. So the difference with this and anything else like volleyball or even tennis is there's an area in the front called the kitchen. And you have to stay out of the kitchen when you want to spike the ball or volley the ball. So that kind of saves everybody from getting slammed on at close range. But definitely can spike it from behind that kitchen.
I like that.
Stay out of the kitchen.
Stay out of the kitchen.
Exactly.
So, okay, tell me this now. Do you just go up to 15? Like, how do you know who you won?
Technically it goes to 11. There are certain games during like professional matches that'll go to 15 based on where they are. But a traditional game is played to 11, and you have to win by 2. So you can't escape, when it's 10-11.
Who wins more, you or your husband?
I'll tell you right now, we have a couple of nice marital disputes handled on the pickleball court. That'd still be too determined, I'll tell you.
I love it. Okay, Aubri, I'm in. All right.